Round one. Fight.
Heroes never die.
I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store on the Citadel.
I used to be an adventurer like you. Then I took an arrow in the knee.
Power, sex, power. They both come down to one thing.
Hungry gamers.
Hey folks, it's your boy Salim the Dream here for the very first ever THG Funsize episode powered by 8bit.net and our good friends at Audio Technica. This is going to be the start of something new that we're going to do. We're going to release these little snack size episodes in the middle of the week just to give you, our 8-bit nation, a bit of a heads up about what's happening, what's coming up, things to look forward to, and also to give you a little bit of an inside look at what we will be doing on episode 159, or the next episode, I guess. Or maybe we'll just keep talking about things that are to come on episode 159, only to never release it. I don't know. We'll figure it out as we go. But people, let me just start by saying that we are now living in a Stranger Things Season 3 world. Yes, that's right, Season 3, it has dropped on Netflix. And boy, I'm only halfway through it at the moment, but let me tell you, that Mike is a real so-and-so. I just think if you're gonna date a girl, you gotta get the father on side. You know what I mean? And he's gone about it all wrong. Now, we all go through these, like, teething issues as we navigate the dating world, but let me give you the heads up. If you're new to the game, first of all, if you're new to the game, you've got the number one advice giver of dating right here, Salim the Dream. Feel free to DM me for personal tips. But let me tell you, tip number one, always get the dad on side. And that's definitely where Mike's going wrong with Hopper. I'll tell you what else is really cool. It's cool to see old badass Billy up to no good again. Not to spoil anything, of course, but I'm glad to see that he is a more prominent character in this season. Of course, introduced in season 2 as Max's older brother, a bit of a dickhead. But it's good to see that he too gets a little bit more of the limelight, a little bit more of an opportunity to shine as the dickhead troll that he is. Everyone knows that I'm a big fan of these kinds of personalities. And yeah, I respect him. Look, again, no spoilers, but I just want to say by the end of this season, I hope he wins. Leave that there. I'll let you read into that what you will. But anyway, check it out. Go to Netflix, go to Stranger Things 3, watch it, come back to us, hit us with your thoughts at We Are 8-Bit. Guys, if you haven't already listened to it, Hungry Gamers episode 158 is out now. I was not there. Now, don't let that stop you from listening to the episode. It was fantastic. Ali and Brendan were there talking about all sorts of nonsense. Things ranging from what does Toad's head look like without a mushroom on top of it, to what does Henry Cavill look like as the new Geralt of Riviera. I think I said that right. I hope I said that right. Of course, talking about the Witcher, the upcoming Witcher Netflix series. Now, if you have not already heard the episode, stop what you're doing. Go listen to it. But we are running a competition, a nice little giveaway. What we want you to do is email us, hello@8bit.net, with your thoughts and feelings about The Witcher, the stills we saw of Henry Cavill, and what you're thinking, pros, cons, whatever it is. Win that shit. What do I think about it? Look, Henry Cavill, he's the man. We're talking about the Man of Steel here, people. We're talking about the man from U.N.C.L.E. Mission Impossible Fallout. Man, I could watch that guy reload his guns all day, every day. The thing I want to know is, who's Yennefer? Who's going to play Yennefer? Because there's got to be something for me there. It can't just all be, Henry Cavill looking good. I need a little bit of eye candy myself. That said, probably could look at Henry Cavill for a pretty long period of time. The man's handsome, what can I say? Got a cheek structure like your boy The Dream here. And while we're talking about things happening in the 8-bit space, guys, we got 2 new 8-bit podcasts that have just dropped. You need to go and check these out now. Now, the first one, it's called Hoop Dreams. It's got our boys Matt Tilby, John O'Peck, and Brendan White talking all sorts of NBA nonsense. Now, I'm not the biggest basketball guy. I'll admit it. I tried playing, couldn't hit a 3 to save my life. I didn't even know they were called field goals until 3 months ago. I always thought you just called them baskets. Apparently that's not correct. But if you are like me and completely ignorant to the NBA, then maybe this is a show for you. And good news to all our NBA fans out there. This show is also for you too. Go and check it out. Hoop Dreams, everywhere you can hear good podcasts. Now, the second podcast is called A Drew Story, and it's done by none other than our boy Drew Agnew at iDrewby. It's a bi-weekly story-driven and conversational podcast sharing people's experiences and stories and passions and just nostalgic memories in general. Now, I love Drew. I have had the distinct pleasure of being on a couple of podcasts with Drew now, including taking over his very own House of Mario podcast for an episode not so long ago. Guys, go check this out. Bi-weekly, twice a week. Yeah? Twice a week. That's 2 in 7. That's like 30% or something. I don't know. Look, math isn't what you come here for. You come here for entertainment, and we're giving you bi-weekly entertainment in A Drew Story. So go and check that out and support your boy Drew Agnew with this brand new adventure that he's embarking on there. Now that's it for everything in the 8-bit space, but there's plenty more happening across Australia. Thanks to geekeventsaustralia.com, we've got a few things to call out here. So where are we starting? Oh my, there's a Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince in concert? Question mark? Didn't even know that was a thing. Okay, so at the Sydney Opera House, of course at old Bennelong Point, for the low price of somewhere between $49 and $139, probably depending on how close you are to the actual the orchestra itself, you can go and check out a screening of the Harry Potter movie with the music performed live by a symphony orchestra. That is Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. That's running on July 10 through to July 13. So if you're a big Potterhead, if you're head boy of Slytherin like your boy here, if you've got a 9.5-inch hard oak unicorn hair wand like your boy here and you want to go and put it to some good use, go and check out Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince in concert. There is also a Looking for Gamers event at Bankstown Sports Club running between July 12 to July 14. It's a gaming event with a focus on tabletop games of all kinds. If you are so sick and tired of playing Monopoly on your own, and look, we've all been there. It's hard being the banker and the mortgage person at the same time. And for whatever reason, I just can't seem to stop stealing $500 notes out of the bank. I can't help it. But if you're sick of playing Monopoly on your own, go to Looking for Gamers, LFG Australia. Again, that's July 12 to July 14. It is a ticketed event, $20 to $40. Again, I'm not sure what the range is there. Maybe $20 gets you one friend, $40 gets you two. I don't know, question mark. But go and find out. Go to, where are we going here? Where are we going here, people? Go to lfg-aus.com.au to find out more. And while we're talking about events, we've got Comic Conversation on July 13. Now that's at Ashfield Library in New South Wales. This is a comic book culture convention, so if you are interested in going and having a bit of a yarn about some of the comics, maybe you want to talk about how true the Spider-Man 2 Far From Home movie is to the source material, go and find those nerds there at Comic Conversation. That's running on July 13. We also have a medieval festival. There is so much shit happening in the next 7 days, according to this website. It's fantastic. Guys, Abbey Medieval Festival, July 13 and July 14. That's happening at Abbey Museum in Caboolture. Now, this is also a ticketed event, $15 to $109, depending on what you want to do. Now, I'm going to take a guess at what the different prices are for. $15 gets you a bit of the pig on the spit. There's probably a $50 ticket option there, which will allow you to get into a sword tournament if you are well equipped. And $109, man, that's everything. That's the pig on the spit. That's the sword tournament. That's a jousting ticket as well, possibly. And you might even walk away with a fair maiden, depending on how you fare in that tournament. But guys, if you're in Caboolture, go and check that out. My boy Brendan's up there, of course. Might get him to be the boots on the ground and report back in episode 160 of The Hungry Gamers, which should come to pass. Again, that's July 13 and 14. Also happening this week, again, we've got so much shit to get through. Smash, the Sydney Manga and Anime Show. You all know Smash. Tickets are $25 to $55, July 13 to July 14. If you are an anime weeb, and let's face it, there's an anime weeb in all of us, and you're also in Sydney, you can go to the ICC Sydney Convention Centre $25 to $55 is the ticket prices. Go and check it out. You might, I don't know, you might find out when they're going to decide to end Boruto. And what is going on in Boruto, by the way? I just can't bring myself to get into that series. I feel like I should have stopped at Naruto, but who listens to me? No one listens to me. What else do we have here? Geek Fest Top End, July 13. That's at Goyder Square in Palmerston, of course, in the Northern Territory. Hello to our NT listeners. This is a free event. Finally, something for the cheapskates in us. A free event. It's a Geek Pop Culture Festival event. Goyder Square, Palmerston. Go check it out. Finally, we've got WinterCon in Canberra. Now, this one's next week, but we're going to say it anyway. We'll say it now because we want to give you guys the heads up in Canberra. We know that you guys like advance notice. July 20 and July 21 at the Fitzroy Pavilion in Exhibition Park, you've got WinterCon Canberra. It is a role-playing gaming convention, not to be confused with Sydney WinterCon, which is run by another group. They make that very clear in the description here, so I feel like it's important to point out. But you have WinterCon in Canberra, the better WinterCon, $10 to $45 is the ticket range. Go and check that out. And that is it for the events this week. But now moving on to what's actually coming out this week. The games. The games are what we're here for, of course. We're not here for these WinterCon events. We're not here for these Harry Potter Sectum Sempra music orchestra things that are overpriced at Sydney Opera House. No, we're here for the fucking games, son. All right, this week we've got a few games coming out. We've got Bear With Me, the complete collections coming out on PC, PS4, Xbox, and the Switch. That drops on July 9th. Bear being spelt B-E-A-R, so I reckon it's an adventure game where a bear follows you around. Should be pretty cool. Check it out. Here's one for Miss Ali Hart, Senran Kagura Peach Ball on the Switch, July 9th. Now, if you're not familiar with the Senran Kagura series, it's basically scantily clad women pulling scrolls out of various parts of their bodies. I'll leave it there. Probably rated R. Probably should be rated R. Probably something that they'll talk about at Smash this weekend. That game drops at July 9. There are billions dropping on the PS4 on July 9 as well. Sol Seraph, PC, PS4, Xbox, Switch. That drops on July 10. Sol Seraph? Sol Seraph. Sol Seraph. Space Dance, PC, July 10. A dance set in space. It's all in the title. I love that about that. It's all in the title. No explanation needed. There's also Blazing Chrome dropping on PC, PS4, Xbox, Switch. That's on July 11th. Now, if you don't know Professor Lupo, he and his horrible pets, Professor Lupo and his horrible pets, that's going to drop on PC and Switch on July 11th as well. You can get totally on board with that and tell me about who Professor Lupo is because I got no idea. We've got two last titles here. Dragon Quest Builders 2. Yes, the game that Miss Ali Hart hates so much. But the game that I played, Dragon Quest Builders 1, and I enjoyed so much. So once again, we're at odds. Dragon Quest Builders 2, PS4 and Switch, that drops on July 12th. And finally, God Eater 3 on the Switch, July 12th. That's it for the releases. If you happen to pick up one of those games, please let me know. I would be interested to actually find out what's in any of those things because I guarantee you there is a high likelihood that I will not be playing any of them, except for maybe God Eater 3. That looks pretty baller. Now, what to look forward to ahead? Again, we've got The Hungry Gamers, episode 159, coming out next week. And that will be an episode where I think there'll be a lot of really interesting things discussed. Frankly, I know I'm basing that off of not a lot. I have no idea what Brendan and Ali are playing. I do know that we will be recording on a Saturday. There you go. That's something to think about. Put that in your little minds and try and piece together what might be said. I'll give you a bit of a hint about what I might be talking about, though. I have been playing XCOM 2. Yeah, the 2016 strategy game of the year, XCOM 2. Oh my god, this game is hard. I know I'm playing on a hard setting, but this game is ridiculous. I have spent an hour and a half trying to get past the first stage. Maybe I should go down in difficulty setting. Yes, maybe I say setting with the T's really emphasized. Yes. All that and more on episode 159. I might also talk about Dota 2 and Path of Exile because I'm a bit of a loser, but that's me and that is what I like to do and how I like to spend my time. Don't judge me. Don't sit in judgment, guys. Ease up. Ease up. But that's it. That's it for THG's mini Funsize edition. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something that's happening in your area. And if not, that's fine. Tune in next week. Maybe there's going to be something else for you there. Before I go, I would be remiss if I didn't tell you where you could find us on the socials if you needed to. Guys, go and check out 8bit.net. I don't need to say anything else. Go and check out 8bit.net right now because there's going to be something on there that's going to shock you. That's my clickbaity little plug. If you want to find me, you can find me at SalimTD on Twitter and Instagram. And you can find my co-hosts, Brendan at Brendan8bit and Miss Ali Hart at Miss Ali Hart. You can also tune into the 8bit world global news. You can keep up to date with all of that by going and following at We Are 8bit. And as I said at the top of the show, thank you very much to our partners, Audio Technica. You can go and check out their site for the best in audio equipment. Anyway, that's it for this episode of THG Funsize. Tune in for us again on episode 159. If you haven't already listened to it, go ahead and listen to episode 158. It's a real hoot. That's it, folks. Much love and stay hungry.
You've been listening to The Hungry Gamers, one of many gaming and geek culture related podcasts from the 8-Bit Collective over on 8bit.net. Check out more episodes on your podcast service of choice. And while you're there, please be sure to rate and subscribe. Until next time, boys and girls, stay hungry.